My name is Emily, and this is my story, a story of love, mistakes, and finding strength I didn't know I had. I was a quiet kid. I didn't talk much, always kept to myself. My parents were very strict. No playing, no distractions. Just focus on school, they used to say. I would watch other kids laughing and playing from the window, wishing I could join them. But the answer was always the same. Stay inside, Emily. I started school late, and when I finally did, I felt completely lost. I wondered, how will I make friends? How will I talk to anyone? Over time, I made a few friends, but I always held back. I told myself, be quiet, be invisible. It's safer that way. I loved painting, sketching, and creating. Art made me feel alive. But my parents never supported it. Art won't take you anywhere, they said. I studied hard and got into college. That's where I met Jason. He was confident, funny, and made me laugh like no one else had. One day, he looked at me and said, "You have the kindest eyes I've ever seen." My heart skipped a beat. I felt seen. Maybe for the first time. We started spending time together. Long walks, deep conversations. I thought, maybe he's the one. But when I talked about my dreams, Jason brushed them off. He said, "Why do you need all that? Let's get married instead." I was 19, young, in love. I believed love would be enough. I dropped out of college. Jason promised to take care of everything. At first, life felt perfect. We got married. Later, we had a daughter, Sophie. Sophie was my sunshine. But Jason began to change. He started controlling what I wore, how I looked. He didn't like my short hair, told me to dress more modest. Slowly, I stopped seeing my friends. He said, "You don't need anyone else. Just stay home with Sophie." He'd come home late, smelling like someone else's perfume. I felt invisible. When I tried to talk, he'd ignore me. Then one night, he snapped. He yelled, "You're not a good wife." I cried. The next time, he shoved me. I was in shock. I wanted to leave, but I was terrified. I went to my parents for help. They said, "You're married now. Work it out." So I went back, hoping things would get better. I got pregnant again, this time with a boy, Ethan. Ethan looked just like me. I loved him instantly. But Jason didn't even visit the hospital. When I came home, all he said was, "Why are you back so soon?" He didn't deny it. He said, "She makes me happier than you do." I felt like nothing. I had no job, no money, 2 kids, and nowhere to go. Then one day, Jason joined the military. He packed his things and left, saying, "You'll manage." I cried every night. My dad passed away during that time. My mom moved to another state. I was completely alone. Months later, Jason called and said, "I made a mistake. Take me back." I still loved him, so I said yes. But he never really changed. 16 years have passed since we got married. Jason tries to be better sometimes, but his words still hurt. I often sit in silence and ask myself, why did I forgive him so many times? Why did I stay? I'm 35 now. I'm not the same girl I used to be. I'm stronger, but I'm tired. Sometimes, I feel like I don't even exist. But then I look at Sophie and Ethan. They are my reason to keep going. Sophie is 9 now. She loves to paint and sing. Ethan is 5. He's wild and joyful, always making me laugh. I wake up early every morning, cook breakfast, pack Sophie's lunch. Ethan stays home with me. Some days are really hard. I feel worn out. I wonder, how did life end up like this? Then, something unexpected happened. One day, my neighbor, Laura, knocked on the door. She smiled and said, "Hey, Emily, want to come over for tea?" I almost said no, scared Jason would get mad. But I went. I needed someone to talk to. Laura said, "You're not alone. I'm here." I broke down crying. She gave me hope, a small spark I hadn't felt in years. She said, "Why don't you start working from home?" I thought about it. Jason didn't want me working outside, but maybe I could do something small. I started baking cupcakes and cookies. At first, no one bought anything, but I didn't stop. Word spread. People started loving my desserts. For the first time in years, I felt proud. Jason came home one day, angry. "Why are you baking? You don't need to work." I looked at him and said, "I need this. For me. For our kids. I'm not stopping." He was shocked. He didn't expect me to speak up. Life didn't change overnight, but I did. I set boundaries. I said, "If you ever lay a hand on me again, I will leave." At first, he didn't believe me, but I stood my ground. For me, for my children, I made new friends through Laura. They were kind, supportive. I started doing the little things I loved again. I cut my hair short, wore bright colors, smiled at the mirror. One day, Sophie said, "Mom, you look happy." That made me cry. Now, I think about what I want. A peaceful life, a safe home, a chance to truly live. I don't know if Jason will ever truly change, but I have, and that matters more. I'm not the scared girl I used to be. I tell myself every day, "You're strong, you're enough, and one day you'll be free." I don't know when that day will come, but I believe it will. And if you're listening to my story, I want to tell you something. You are strong. You can survive the storm. Don't give up on yourself. And if this story touched you, please like, share, and subscribe.